makers, I am Becca, and welcome to All the Things Thursday. To everybody who has been coming back to each of my videos and watching them and liking them, I appreciate that so much. Lost a little traction lately. I don't know what's up with that, but it is what it is. For anybody new here, welcome. I appreciate you checking me out. All the Things Thursday is my weekly check-in video when I talk about all the yarny things that I've been doing this week. I was a bit naughty. Yes, you needed that close up. I did not exclusively work on the blanket. I did work on the blanket, but I was feeling a little rebellious, so I worked on a couple of other things. But I did finish block number 5, which I don't know if anybody saw that note, but the last week I was talking about the fact that I was finishing block number 4, but that was block number 5, and I got that finished. I'm trying to untangle here. And apparently I cannot talk and untangle at the same time. There we go. Alright. And this is block 6 of 6. And I am just now over halfway done where I start decreasing. So, I need to get on with the getting on. Get this done. Whip stitch all the 6 blocks together. And then if I feel like I have time, start working on the blocks that have the letters on it to spell the baby's name. Which again, I will not be divulging for the safety of said baby. Because it's a pretty unique name. Anyway, but what else have I been working on? Well, I decided to make some hats. Because we had a snowstorm here, which means people were looking for hats. So, this is half of the Bernat Pop that I got from Patricia, the Yarny cat. This is Bag O' Days tutorial. I believe she calls it Everything But the Kitchen Sink Beanie. Only I did not do the cobblestone stitch. It looks weird to me. So, this is my variation. I made some other changes, which I can talk about, but like, instead of just one row of, I think she calls it Afghan or blanket stitch, I do 2. And then after the ridge stitch, when I did the star stitch, I did it in the back loop or something like that. So there's that. And then I had an Ogo that I did the same thing. I just seriously color controlled this. So that basically each row, except for the very top where I forgot to color control right here, or wasn't willing to go back because it was such a, it was like 2 stitches on that row that weren't that medium green color. So I was like, no, I'm not taking that back. So there was lots of color control here, and I really like how this one turned out. And it's nice and snug. So yeah, again, followed the tutorial, used the suggested crochet hook for the yarn, and did not do the cobblestone stitch. But, and then, last but not least, trying to see if I can get to the actual yarn so that I can actually this is the third hat that I started working on, which is also a tutorial by Bag O' Day Crochet. I think she calls it her Quicksilver beanie. And now I'm to the part where you're doing, well, I've actually stopped watching the tutorial because I wanted to do my own brim, and what I'm doing is back post half double crochets, and I think that will look really nice when I'm done. And this is the Big Twist Party that I got from Patricia. I'm really excited about this one because, oh, it's 100% acrylic. I thought this had linen in it. I think you need this other one here. I was thinking this one. What crud. So I started making this hat for my son because I thought this yarn had linen in it. And that was important because my son can be quite sensitive to textures. That's one of the autistic traits he does have. And every hat I've made him so far, except for one that I made out of t-shirt yarn for the summer, he has told me that it itches. So I was hoping that by making him a hat that had linen in it, it would not itch. But that yarn doesn't have linen in it. This yarn has linen in it, which is this is the Big Twist Flex, which I'm hoping to make her. I've really been digging Bag O' Day's beanie tutorials. They're literally an hour long, and she likes to use the same start a lot, so I've got that pretty much memorized. But there's a tutorial called Off the Rails beanie that I was going to make with this. Well, darn. I still think this is going to do him, because this does not feel like normal acrylic. You know, it doesn't feel like the Bernat Pop, which is 100% acrylic, and it definitely doesn't feel like the Karen Ogo, which is 100% acrylic. This feels like it has linen in it. Like it's got a more cottony type feel to it, which is why I'm really surprised it's 100% acrylic. I think it's quite soft, and believe it or not, my son has a really big head, so I feel like this is going to fit him quite nicely. Obviously I need to do like 6 more rows of the half double crochet in the back loop to achieve the brim that I'm looking for, because he is like me and likes his ears to be covered. Yeah, the autism apple does not fall far from the autism tree. Okay. Alright, so goals. So goals. I said that already. Goals for this week are finish the baby blanket. I have got to get that, at least the non-letter part finished. I went to check in on my friend who's pregnant, and she wasn't at work, and I asked her workmates if she had gone yet, and they're like, no, she's not gone yet. I'm like, okay, but I'm just telling you, there's something in my brain that says she's gonna go early. I don't know why, so I'm busting my buns to get this blanket done. And let's be honest, I did cave and buy some yarn. Should I go ahead and get that and show it to you? Yeah, I should go ahead and get that and show that to you. Quick field trip. Be right back. So this is technically not an unboxing because I've already gotten into it. Because anyway, so if you saw the video where I did the unboxing of the yarn that Patricia sent me, there was one particular yarn that I was really, really fond of, and I wanted to get more of it. I ordered actually some off of Amazon, and it was significantly darker. So it's like, okay, I'm going to try to return that, roll the dice again, and order some off of Mary Maxim, in addition to another yarn that had caught my eye. But unfortunately, it was still dark. So, and I'm talking about this. This is Red Heart Super Saver. It's called Reef. The original one that Patricia gave me was a lot brighter than this. Am I still going to make something out of these? Most likely something out of my Mile a Minute Afghan book. Has a lot of different patterns in it, especially for variegated yarn. I probably have enough teals to kill a horse. But the other yarn, this yarn. It's the used to be Michael's yarn, but now is on Mary Maxim yarn. It's the Kai that Creative Grandma showed semi-recently. Which was this one called Birthday or something else? Rainbow. It's literally handwritten on the label. Yeah. I can read French, and like the non-English word here is gâteau d'anniversaire, which is birthday cake, which is why I thought this was called Birthday. So it wasn't far off. I threw that away, but then I didn't tell you anything else about it. So there are 5 skeins here that I ordered, and I guess they come 5 to a pack because they just gave me a pack. It is a 3-weight acrylic yarn, and each one has 308 yards. Now, this blanket they showed here, they said they used 3 balls. That seems small, but then again, I don't know what the dimensions of that baby blanket. I mean, I'm gonna make a blanket. I'm hoping to make a chevron blanket, and I'm hoping I find a recipient, and if not, you know, I'll donate it to the charity that I'm a part of, and somebody will use it to keep warm. Alright, and let's be honest, I have more yarn coming, because I saw an advertisement that said, looking for Picasso? It's back. I don't know how long it's back, but for a really long time you couldn't get it anywhere, not even Ice. Well, you could get it from places, but like, it was like $8 a ball. But Ice Yarns has Picasso again in 3 colors. And it has a new website. So iceyarns.net is still active, but iceyarns.com is what the advertisement brought me to. I definitely prefer iceyarns.net because that's what I'm used to. That's the interface I'm familiar with, and plus it shows you, hey, this is your I actually did a thing where I chose the same yarns on each website, and the total for one website was actually different from the other website. which was really interesting to me. But it was still like, before shipping it was $30, and then after shipping it was $60, which I bought 3 different types of yarn. I want to say there'll be an unboxing. They've already shipped it, and that's the other thing about ice yarns, is it's incredibly fast. So if you don't get an unboxing video this week, there'll definitely be one next week. Speaking of this week, the end of this week will be, if the ice yarn comes in time, I might do that in conjunction with dipped into hand dyed, make that a little bit of a longer video. Which reminds me, I need to look at the results of that voting. So if you haven't voted on the yarn for the dipped into hand dyed, this is your warning. I'm going to look at that Friday and make my decision based on that Friday. I think the last time I looked, the one called Peeling Paint was winning, which was interesting to me. That was the orange green one. So there you go. I think that's everything now. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, especially if you are subscribed and would like to stay subscribed. That way the evil YouTube overlords don't unsubscribe you from my channel against your will. Feel free to comment down below. It helps my analytics. If you're not subscribed yet, I have lots of yarning content, and if that's your jive, make sure you hit subscribe, plus the notification bell. And if you really want to help this channel grow, share this video with everyone you know. In the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao!